Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Play action, now it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, and going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Dolphins, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Browns are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 46 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. A run with Mostert up the middle. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, and that will be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd and 10, Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in. Football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Watson to keep it. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. But that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Again, running right is Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be brought down at the 27. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now it's Watson. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. On 4th down, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing, because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A short kick taken at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones in the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson, he'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And
I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now Chubb running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 44-yard. On the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to pass. Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tua sets up to pass it. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's brought in by Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tua now on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Browns are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the sack on 1st down, Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. He's got room past the 30. Look at the big fella go. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here's Tua. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the 1st down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offense.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many.